Hey everyone, welcome to Cruise Blog. This is Angie, and today I'm going to talk about why you should eat dinner in the buffet at least once on your cruise vacation. Let's get started. While most people dine in the cruise ship's buffet at least once for breakfast or lunch, it's often overlooked when dinner time rolls around. With so many other options, such as the complimentary dining rooms and specialty restaurants, you might be looking forward to the elevated dining experiences on your cruise. You will, of course, miss out on the white tablecloths, but eating dinner in the buffet has its advantages. Perhaps, for instance, you had a long day ashore and would like to rest for a while instead of going to the dining room for your assigned early seating. The cruise buffet offers flexible dining times. You can eat in the buffet at any time during the dinner service, which usually lasts for about 3 or so hours. Most mainstream cruise lines have three dining options for dinner in the main dining room: an early seating, late seating, and flexible option that allows you to show up anytime or make reservations in advance. Even if you select the flexible option, you will be responsible for planning ahead, or you may face a long wait time if you show up during the peak dinner time. With the buffet, you will not have to worry about any of that. You can have dinner whenever you're ready. If, for instance, you have the early seating but want to stay ashore as long as possible, you may not be ready to sit down for a long dinner service in the main dining room. Likewise, perhaps, you would rather spend time by the pool when there are fewer people around. You do not have to sacrifice any other experiences just for the sake of dinner. Another perk of the buffet: everything is included. The cruise buffet is one of the complimentary dining venues on board. It's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you will never have to pay extra to eat there. If you opt to eat at a specialty restaurant, you may find yourself paying around $30 per person. While some people can justify the splurge, others like to get as much value as they can out of their base fare. No matter what you're craving, you will find something at the buffet, whether it's a burger, pasta, fish, fresh cut of meat from the carving station, tons of different sides, or something else. Sometimes there are made to order stations where you can get a freshly prepared entree. If you're not sure what you'd like to eat, you can start with a small sample and return to get what you liked the most. Plus, you do not have to stick to any theme. If you want a taco, mashed potatoes, and french fries, you can certainly do so. The buffet is also an easy alternative for families with kids. Let's face it, kids do not always act on their best behavior during long meals. While you may want to enjoy the main dining room and other specialty restaurants each night of the cruise, it might be a nice break for the kids to eat in the buffet at least one night. Sometimes, especially if you're on a longer cruise, you may not want to spend an hour or more at dinner every night. If you choose to eat in the buffet, you can be in and out in just about no time. Since the buffet is self-service, you can help yourself to additional servings as soon as you finish. You will not have the wait time that you get between courses when dining in the main dining room or specialty restaurants. It will save time and let you get back to other evening activities. The great thing about the buffet is that you can eat as much or as little as you'd like. You're able to go back for as much food as you want. Maybe you had a busy day in port and were not able to eat a proper lunch. You can show up hungry and you'll be satisfied in no time. There's no rule as to how much you're able to eat. On the other hand, maybe you've been snacking throughout the day and would be okay with a smaller dinner. It's hard to pass up a course in the main dining room or specialty restaurant if you paid extra for the experience. Eating at the buffet, however, you can grab a single serving of whatever you're in the mood for. If you need to leave, the buffet food is grab and go. Just because you're getting your food from the buffet doesn't mean that you have to eat there. You can grab what you'd like to eat and take it elsewhere, whether that's your stateroom balcony or the pool deck to eat in the fresh air before hopping back into one of the pools or hot tubs. Another perk of the cruise buffet is the casual environment. Each night of the cruise, there will be a dress code that applies to the main dining room. Other restaurants, such as specialty venues, have their own dress code than what is suggested for the main dining room. Regardless, the buffet will always be casual. You, within reason, can show up wearing whatever you want to. However, if you show up in a swimsuit without shoes, you might be told that you need to cover up. While cruise dress codes are not always enforced, formal night is a time in which many cruise passengers dress their best. If you do not want to participate and want to dress in a comfortable t-shirt and pair of shorts, You will not feel out of place eating at the buffet. You may not find lobster here, but there will be elevated dining choices. While eating in the buffet is more relaxed than the main dining room, there are some useful things you should know in terms of proper behavior. First, make sure that you wash your hands prior to entering. You also do not want to reuse your plate. It's frowned upon because it can lead to the spread of germs. When returning to the buffet for another serving, leave your dirty plate at your table and grab a new one. A crew member will clean the table, most likely, while you're gone and at the end of the meal. You also do not want to cut the line. Everyone is hungry, and being patient is important. You will get your food soon enough, and when you do, wait until you have returned to your table to start eating. Moreover, when serving yourself, be sure that you place the tongs in the correct place. You do not want to cause any cross-contamination. Finally, while the dress code is casual, you should always wear shoes and some sort of cover-up. Athletic clothing is acceptable and swim attire is not. Let's discuss a few cruise ship buffet frequently asked questions, shall we? Number 1. Can I still eat in the buffet if I have a food allergy or other dietary restriction? Regardless of what cruise line you're sailing with, you will want to notify them in advance of your specific dietary requirements. When eating in the buffet, there will often be a gluten-free station. If you do not see anything that interests you, ask the staff. There is a chance that there are additional gluten-free options available that are not set out. Similarly, there will be vegetarian options. Note that contamination is more likely in buffets than it is in other dining venues on board. You never know when another passenger will put back a tong in the incorrect place. Number 2, will I have trouble finding a seat? During peak dining times, it can be difficult to locate a place to sit. Oftentimes, however, dinner is less crowded than breakfast and lunch. If you're having trouble, speak with a crew member and they will help you find a table. Number 3, are there drinks available in the buffet? Of course! The buffet has a selection of complimentary drinks from self-serve dispensing machines. You will usually find water, juice, coffee, and tea. Plus, most cruise ship buffets will have a bar where you can order for-fee drinks. Number 4, what are the hours of the buffet? Cruise ship buffets are not open 24/7. They are, however, open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The hours vary based on the cruise line, but the times for each service will be long enough to accommodate a range of preferred dining times. When, for instance, going to the buffet for breakfast, it does not matter if you're an early riser or prefer to sleep in. For dinner, you can show up as soon as the buffet opens or wait until later. On average, this tends to be around 9 o'clock. So, did we convince you to try the cruise buffet for dinner? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're at it, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed this video. Be sure to visit cruise.blog for more cruise tips and advice.